Welcome back to Coins Numismatic Series, where history, rarity, and treasure hunting come alive through the world of coins. Today, we're diving into the fascinating realm of British coinage with a very special spotlight on the top 10 Elizabeth II Two Pence coins. These coins might look ordinary at first glance, just small pieces of copper-plated steel or bronze jingling in your pocket, but many of them carry incredible stories, rare errors, fascinating designs, and surprising market values. So grab your magnifying glass, because by the end of this video, you'll know why certain Elizabeth II Two Pence coins are so sought after by collectors and could even be hiding in your change. Let's begin. 1979 Elizabeth II Two Pence coin. The 1979 Elizabeth II Two Pence coin is a fascinating piece, born in an era of change for British coinage. By this point, the decimalization of Britain's currency in 1971 was still relatively fresh, and people were gradually adapting to the new system. The 2 pence coin, being larger and heavier than most other small denominations, stood out both in the pocket and in circulation. Historical context. In 1979, Margaret Thatcher became Britain's first female prime minister, marking a political turning point. The coinage of this year reflects not only the modernized decimal system but also the ongoing stability of Elizabeth II's reign. Coins like the 1979 2 pence were part of everyday transactions but now represent a slice of late 20th century Britain. Design features. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, introduced in 1968 and used until 1984. This second definitive portrait depicts the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, with the legend, Elizabeth II D.G.Reg.F.D.1979, surrounding it. The reverse, designed by Christopher Ironside, features the badge of the Prince of Wales. A plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, with the German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. Beneath is the denomination, New Pence, since until 1982, 2 pence coins bore the inscription, New Pence, instead of just, 2 pence. Mintage. The mintage for circulation in 1979 was very high. Hundreds of millions were struck to meet everyday demand. As such, circulated examples are very common. However, collectors specifically hunt for proof and brilliant uncirculated versions struck for annual sets. Market value. Ordinary circulated examples of the 1979 2 pence coin are generally worth only face value. However, uncirculated versions or coins from proof sets can fetch between £2 and £5, depending on condition. Exceptional quality specimens graded at high mint state can sell for significantly more. Errors and varieties. Collectors keep a keen eye on errors. On 1979 coins, known varieties include off-center strikes, double strikes, and misaligned dies. While rare, these can increase the coin's value substantially, sometimes reaching £50 to £100 at auctions. Depending on severity. Collector interest. Although not the rarest in the series, the 1979 2 pence holds historical charm because it was one of the last years before the denomination inscription was officially changed from New Pence to 2 pence in 1982. For numismatists who collect by type, this coin remains essential. 1997 Elizabeth II 2 pence coin. The 1997 2 pence coin represents a fascinating transition year in British coinage. This was the year that the Royal Mint switched the composition of 2 pence coins for general circulation from bronze to copper-plated steel, a significant change that had both practical and collectible implications. Historical context. By 1997, Britain was modernizing its currency not only in design but also in composition. Bronze, long used in 2 pence coins, was becoming too costly. To cut expenses, the Royal Mint introduced copper-plated steel coins. This made 1997 an important marker in numismatic history, as it represents the end of an era for bronze coinage. Design features. The obverse features the third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maclauth, which had been in use since 1985. In this portrait, the Queen wears the royal diadem crown, and the inscription reads, Elizabeth II D.G.Reg.F.D.1997. The reverse continues Christopher Ironside's design of the badge of the Prince of Wales, complete with its ostrich feathers, coronet, and motto. However, unlike pre-1982 coins, the denomination is now spelled 2 pence rather than New Pence. Mintage. The mintage in 1997 was substantial, with tens of millions of coins entering circulation. However, what makes 1997 special is that both bronze and copper-plated steel versions were struck. This dual composition adds a layer of interest, as collectors often seek to obtain both types. Market value. Circulated coins are worth face value, but uncirculated examples, particularly of the bronze version, can sell for £5 to £10. Copper-plated steel proofs and brilliant uncirculated coins from mint sets are especially desirable, commanding higher premiums. Errors and varieties. Errors in 1997 coins are particularly fascinating. Transitional errors exist where a coin was mistakenly struck on a bronze blank instead of a copper-plated steel one. These transitional errors are rare and can fetch £50 to £200 depending on quality and verification. Other errors like die cracks, broad strikes, and misstrikes also add collectible value. Collector interest. For serious numismatists, the 1997 2p coin is a must-have because it represents a turning point in British coinage. Owning both the bronze and steel versions is seen as completing a key part of the decimal series. This year is often used to teach beginner collectors about why coin composition matters. 1996 Elizabeth II 2p coin. The 1996 Elizabeth II 2p coin is a sleeper in the series, often overlooked, but with plenty of numismatic intrigue. Historical context. 1996 was a year of cultural and political shifts in the UK, with the nation preparing for the changes that would soon come with a new government. In terms of coinage, the Royal Mint was still producing the 2p in its traditional bronze composition, but only just before the major changeover to copper-plated steel in 1997. This gives the 1996 coin a sort of last bronze years status. Design features. The obverse again carries Raphael Maklauf's portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. She is shown wearing the royal diadem crown, a dignified yet elegant portrait that collectors easily recognize. The inscription reads, Elizabeth II D.G.Reg.F.D.1996. The reverse continues the classic Ironside design of the Prince of Wales feathers with the coronet and motto. By this stage, the inscription was well established as 2p. Mintage. The mintage of the 1996 2p coin was relatively high, as the coin was struck in large numbers for everyday use. However, there is a noticeable scarcity in higher grades because many were used in circulation and not carefully preserved. Brilliant uncirculated sets from the Royal Mint are available, but they are increasingly collectible as time passes. Market value. In circulated condition, the coin is generally worth only face value. In uncirculated or proof condition, however, the 1996 coin can reach £2 to £6 depending on the set it originates from. Coins graded MS65 or higher are significantly more desirable, sometimes fetching £15 to £25. Errors and varieties. Error coins from 1996 are relatively rare but do exist. Off-center strikes and clipped planchets are sometimes found. Some collectors also report misstrikes where the detail of the Prince of Wales badge is weak due to filled dies. These errors can increase value substantially, often £30 to £100. Collector interest. Collectors often see 1996 as one of the last, true bronze, years. Since the Royal Mint switched to copper-plated steel the very next year, many enthusiasts treat the 1996 2p as historically significant. It is often collected alongside the 1997 coin to illustrate the transition. 1994 Elizabeth II 2p coin. The 1994 2p coin is an intriguing entry in the decimal coinage series, especially for those who focus on transitional years and minting nuances. Historical context. In 1994, Britain was still under the leadership of Prime Minister John Major, and the UK economy was recovering from the early 1990s recession. Coinage during this period wasn't undergoing dramatic redesigns but remained steady and functional. However, the 1994 2p is noteworthy as it falls in the later bronze coinage years, shortly before the switch to steel in 1997. Design features. On the obverse, the coin bears Raphael Maklauf's third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, showing her wearing the regal diadem crown. Around the bust is the standard inscription, Elizabeth II D.G.Reg.F.D.1994. The reverse continues Christopher Ironside's well-established design, with the Prince of Wales feathers, coronet, and motto, Ich Dien. The denomination is marked 2p. Mintage. The Royal Mint struck a large number of these coins for circulation. While not scarce in circulation, Uncirculated examples are less common today because few people saved 1994 coins at the time. Market value. Circulated coins are generally worth face value. Brilliant uncirculated or proof strikes, however, can range from £2 to £6. High-grade specimens certified as MS65 Plus can command £15 to £20. Errors and varieties. Although fewer documented errors exist compared to other years, some 1994 2-pence coins exhibit die cracks, clipped planchets, and weak strikes. Such errors can elevate prices to £50 or more. Collector interest. Collectors value the 1994 coin because it represents part of the final, Bronze Age, for decimal coinage. As transitional pieces become more important historically, the 1994 coin grows in appeal, especially in pristine condition. 1998 Elizabeth II Two-Pence coin. The 1998 two-pence coin is especially significant as it marks the debut year of a new effigy of Queen Elizabeth II. Historical context. By 1998, Tony Blair's government was in power, and Britain was entering a period of renewed optimism known as Cool Britannia. For coin collectors, 1998 is remembered as the year the Royal Mint introduced a new portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley. Design features. The obverse features Rank Broadley's bold and realistic portrait of the Queen, which many collectors consider one of the most lifelike depictions. The inscription reads, Elizabeth II D.G.Reg.F.D. 1998. This portrait was used on all UK coins from 1998 until 2015. The reverse still carries Ironside's classic Prince of Wales feathers design, with 2 pence beneath. Mintage. Millions of coins were struck for circulation, now on copper-plated steel flans. The new portrait made this year particularly important, as it signified a clear design shift. Market value. Circulated coins are only worth face value. However, collectors pay attention to 1998 because it's the first year of the Rank Broadley portrait. Brilliant uncirculated examples and proof coins are typically valued between £3 and £8, while high-grade pieces can reach £25. Errors and varieties. Errors for 1998 include misaligned dies and off-center strikes, as well as transitional planchets, though rarer since bronze was phased out. Such errors can fetch £50 to £150. Collector interest. Collectors see 1998 as a landmark year because of the portrait change. Completing a 2-pence collection requires this coin, and its appeal only increases over time due to its transitional significance. 1993 Elizabeth II Two-Pence coin. The 1993 2-pence coin is a coin that might easily pass through your hands unnoticed, but it holds certain collectible appeal. Historical context. In 1993, John Major was Prime Minister, and the UK was still recovering from economic turbulence. For the Royal Mint, it was a year of stability, with coins produced largely as a continuation of the established decimal designs. Design feature. The obverse features Raphael Maklauf's third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, crowned with the royal diadem. The inscription follows the familiar pattern, Elizabeth II D.G.Reg.F.D. 1993. The reverse is again Christopher Ironside's Prince of Wales feathers, coronet, and motto, with the denomination 2 pence. Mintage. The mintage in 1993 was surprisingly low compared to surrounding years. In fact, the 1993 2-pence was not struck for general circulation but instead issued in mint sets only. This makes it one of the scarcer years for collectors. Market value. Because it was only issued in sets, the 1993 coin has a significantly higher market value. While it is not rare in numismatic terms, it does not exist in circulation. Proof and uncirculated versions typically sell for £5 to £10, with pristine examples fetching £20 or more. Errors and varieties. Since the coin was not mass-produced for circulation, error coins are practically non-existent. Collector interest. Collectors highly prize the 1993 2-pence because it is a non-circulating year. Anyone aiming to build a complete date run of 2-pence coins must obtain one, usually from annual sets. 1971 Elizabeth II 2-pence coin. The 1971 2-pence coin is historic as it was part of the very first year of decimalized currency in the United Kingdom. Historical context. On February 15, 1971, Decimal Day, the UK officially moved from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a decimal currency system. The 2-pence coin was introduced alongside the halfpenny, 1 penny, and 5 pence denominations. Design features. The obverse shows Arnold Mackin's youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The inscription reads, Elizabeth II D.G.Reg.F.D. 1971. The reverse, designed by Christopher Ironside, features the Prince of Wales badge with "New Pence" underneath. Mintage. The mintage in 1971 was extremely high because the Royal Mint had to produce enough coins to replace the old system. Millions were struck, making circulated examples very common. Market value. Circulated examples are worth face value. Brilliant uncirculated or proof coins from 1971 mint sets are more valuable, ranging from £3 to £10. Errors and varieties. Collectors look for error strikes such as double strikes, misaligned dies, and clipped planchets. These can increase value up to £50 to £100. Collector interest. The 1971 Two Pence is historically significant as the very first issue of the denomination. No Two Pence collection is complete without it. 2000 Elizabeth II Two Pence coin. The 2000 Two Pence coin marked the dawn of a new millennium, making it a special year for collectors. Historical context. The year 2000 carried worldwide significance, with millennium celebrations taking place across Britain. While the Two Pence coin itself was not redesigned for the event, its year alone makes it attractive to collectors. Design features. The obverse features Ian Rank Broadley's portrait of the Queen, introduced in 1998. The reverse remains Christopher Ironside's Prince of Wales badge with "Two Pence." Mintage. Mintage figures were high, as the Royal Mint produced large numbers for circulation. Market value. Circulated coins are only face value. Proof or brilliant uncirculated versions from 2000 Millennium sets, however, can fetch £5 to £15. Errors and varieties. Die-fill errors and misstrikes are known for this year, making some coins much more valuable, sometimes £50 to £200. Collector interest. Collectors appreciate the 2002 pence for its symbolic year. It is often included in Millennium coin sets, making it desirable as a commemorative piece of history. 1999 Elizabeth II Two Pence coin. The 1999 Two Pence coin is another important piece of the Rank Broadley portrait era. Historical context. As the UK approached the millennium, coinage remained stable in design. The 1999 Two Pence was issued in large numbers, but its pre-millennium date makes it collectible. Design features. The obverse features Ian Rank Broadley's realistic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. The reverse retains Ironside's Prince of Wales feathers. Mintage. High numbers were struck for circulation. Proof and uncirculated versions were included in annual sets. Market value. Circulated examples are face value. Brilliant uncirculated and proof coins from 1999 mint sets usually sell for £3 to £8. Errors and varieties. Errors like misstrikes, die cracks, and double dies exist. These can increase a coin's value to £50 or more. Collector interest. Collectors often pair the 1999 and 2002 pence coins together as they represent the turn of the millennium. 2006 Elizabeth II Two Pence coin. The 2006 Two Pence coin might look like any other in circulation, but it has its own appeal. Historical context. By 2006, Tony Blair's government was still in power, and the UK coinage was preparing for its biggest redesign in 2008. The 2006 Two Pence was among the last to feature the traditional Ironside reverse before the shield design was introduced. Design features. The obverse shows Ian Rank Broadley's portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. The reverse is still the Prince of Wales feathers with "Two Pence." Mintage. The 2006 Two Pence had a high circulation mintage. Mint sets also included uncirculated and proof versions. Market value. Circulated examples are face value. Brilliant uncirculated or proof coins from sets are worth £3 to £6. High-grade coins may fetch more. Errors and varieties. Collectors have identified misstrikes, die rotations, and planchet flaws. These can sell for £50 to £100. Collector interest. Collectors value the 2006 coin as part of the last generation before the 2008 redesign. It is a key date for anyone completing a set of the classic Ironside reverses. And there you have it, the top 10 Elizabeth II Two Pence coins that every collector should know about. From the historic 1971 issue, through the transitional bronze to steel years of the 1990s, to the millennium coins and beyond, these pieces tell the story of modern Britain through copper, bronze, and steel. Some of these coins might only be worth face value in circulation, but in proof condition, or with rare errors, they can be worth many times more. More importantly, they connect us to moments in history, from decimal day to the millennium, and that's what makes collecting so exciting. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Elizabeth II Two Pence coins, don't forget to subscribe to Coins Numismatic Series for more rare coin stories, values, and collecting tips.